Hi, just coming to let you know that I filed my appeal with my union instead of my husband's union, instead of the insurance company. When I sent it in to them, they went ahead and sent it back to the insurance company, which they denied it and sent it back to the fund office, the union, and the union actually ended up denying it as well. So my surgery is a no-go. Getting an answer exactly from them, exactly what they want from me, has been like pulling teeth. This is all, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I applied for VSG, and I did the whole 7 months of nutritional classes. They used an example of MetaFast, and I thought that the nutritional classes would be fine because we also do discuss exercise. They weigh me, they track me, all that good stuff. Come to find out that the exercise needed to be like at a physical therapist office or something that was supervised by a doctor. Which at MetaFast, you don't exercise and be supervised by a doctor. Whatever, that's still a sore point with me. So I'm letting that go, and I have really been watching, and I know that there's a lot of you out there that have went to Mexico for the surgery. I have researched high and low. It's really hard to narrow down even doctors that you would consider there because there's so many, and I think I was looking at Dr. Ariel Ortiz with the Obesity Control Center, and also Dr. Fernando Garcia with the Tijuana Bariatrics. It's something I feel like I could make the decision to do it, but I do want to have the support of people around me, and telling people that you're having that. Well, first of all, just telling them you're having VSG, that was a struggle just to get through that, but everybody, had time to marinate on that and accept that for what it was. But when you tell people that you're crossing the border to have a surgery and you say the word Tijuana, they really think you've lost your marbles. And so today I had the glorious pleasure of telling one of my friends, yeah, that didn't go so well, and I told one of my sisters, and she was not thrilled about it, but said she would be supportive, and I'm trying to find a companion who would go with me if this is something that I even decide to do. I have contacted a few of the offices just to get more information and stuff. So for any of you out there that have had it in Mexico, and I've seen all your videos, and everybody talks about the process, and I really appreciate all those videos. It's very helpful. But I guess I would like to know, all right, some of the things that I'm scared about with the whole thing. Maybe you can shed some light on. But when I know I say this all the time, I hate telling you the story again, but I'm just going to give you a little snippet. But my gallbladder surgery, yes, I'm still crying about that. That was 2015. It was the worst pain I've ever had. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. I was in a recliner for like 6 weeks, and I probably didn't walk like I should have, which I've learned my lesson with that. I will definitely get my booty up and walk. But it hurt. I was in so much pain. And they sent me out of there with tramadol. And it didn't touch it. And I remember, I was like, this is not even touching this pain. So, I had to call up and get a hold of the doctor. It was on a weekend, and, I went through a whole bunch of stuff to make sure I had other stuff. So I finally, got the other stuff, and it felt a little better, but I was still in a lot of pain, even with, I believe it was on, Tylenol 3 with codeine. And I still felt the pain. So it was a very traumatic experience, and I was really down for 6 weeks. So with that being said, I know that in Mexico that you are given tramadol. It doesn't work for me. And I know that they don't really, I'm hoping that if anybody, I actually contacted one of I think it was Dr. Ortiz's office, and I asked him about that, and he did she got back with me and said that that they would give me extra medicine, and I'm not really sure what that means. Like, what else? Are you going to give me extra tramadol? Because it doesn't work. I mean, what is it? What is the extra? I didn't really get clarification on that. So if you know, do they use anything else? Is there other things? I mean, should I check out another doctor who uses different stuff? I mean, I don't know. I know that Mexico is funny about, you know, using, you know, you can't use anything with narcotics and all that kind of stuff. And then that's one of the concerns. And then also, I asked the question, is if I have a prescription from my doctor here, can I bring my own medicine, my own pain medicine? And I told her that I like to use Tylenol 3. And she said, yes, you can bring it and use it. You would have to just make sure it's still in the medicine, the prescription bottle with my name and all that stuff on it. So I want to know, is that true? I mean, am I going to have any troubles at, you know, at the border with Tylenol 3 has codeine in it? Am I going to have any troubles with that? That's one of my other questions. Another thing that I'm concerned about is, so, the surgery center. So I know that Dr. Ariel Ortiz does it out of, like, the Center of Excellence or whatever. I'm sure it's just a surgery center. Suppose I need help. What do I do? What happens? I mean, you know, I don't know. It makes me a little nervous. Should I be looking at the doctors? I believe Dr. Garcia does do it out of a hospital, I think. I know that it mentioned about having an ICU, and I know that everyone made me be very certain that, like, their hospitals are not like our hospitals. I get that. I totally get that. But I guess just in an emergency situation, what would happen? And then the concern of my friend today was, of course, just Tijuana in itself, as far as what's happening right now in our whole country, what's happening, you know, with our president. Not to get all political, but there's, like, you know, tension and all this kind of stuff, and she's worried that way. And I'm just thinking, I personally don't feel so scared about that, but I don't know if it's just because I'm completely naive, because this lady has never left this country. I have never been out of this country. So even speaking the words that I'm going to leave this country and let someone cut half my belly out is unbelievable. At times I can't even believe I'm saying it. I will sometimes sit there and be like, am I really thinking about doing this? Am I really going to do this? But I hear everyone else's experiences, and for the most part they're good. I know, you know, the risk of surgery in itself, there's risk there. There's risk if you do it here. So I'm well aware of all the risk that way. But I do know that here I would have been in a hospital where my family would have been close by, for one, and for two, I could have at least had a chance to survive that situation. And I may well there too, but I just don't know, because it's just like an unknown. So I think those are the biggest concerns. I don't know how anybody does that alone. I know some of you girls are brave for going alone. I don't think I could do it. I think I need somebody there with me, because I am a sissy and I don't like pain at all. I don't like it at all. So I am thinking about taking my friend who actually does speak Spanish, just in case it's needed. Yeah, so I know you, if you're watching this, you've had the surgery in Mexico. If you've made a video about it, you can let me know down below, and I will definitely check it out. If you have any tips or advice for me, I would appreciate it. If you have any wisdom to share with me about the concerns of my friend, like what do I say to, I'm not really sure how to respond to that, because I don't know what Tijuana is like. I know what you get, a visual thought, and even my friend who is actually Mexican, and she lived in Texas, and she used to cross the border because you get things cheaper over the border, and so she used to cross the border. But even when I told her Tijuana, her eyes got all big. Like, she was like, oh, like, you know, a bunch of stereotypical things, comments she made that I won't get into because we're so sensitive nowadays. But it was just funny, and it was, you know, just the thought that she even was like, because, you know, she crosses the border all the time. So anyway, any advice, please, please, please. Even in the doctors, Dr. Ariel Ortiz, I know he's got a lot of people who either love him. He's got, most people love him, but there is a small percentage out there that don't really care for him. And then you have Dr. Garcia, which from what I'm hearing and seeing is pretty well known. And I know a couple of my favorites had used him. Some of my favorite YouTubers have used him. So, again, any advice? I take it. Thank you.